Are you still translating every word before speaking English? That's the biggest barrier to fluency, and today, we'll fix it. In this video, you'll learn 5 practical steps to start thinking in English, so you can finally speak faster and more naturally. No grammar drills, no memorization, just simple daily habits that train your brain to think directly in English. If you're ready to stop translating and start speaking with confidence, hit like, subscribe, and let's begin your journey with Fluency Game. Have you ever noticed how your brain freezes for a second when you try to translate before speaking English? That pause, that tiny gap of confusion, is the moment where fluency dies. In this video, we'll fix that together. You'll learn how to think directly in English without depending on translation, using simple and powerful mental exercises you can practice anywhere. Imagine waking up, getting dressed, and describing your morning fully in English without stopping to think in your native language. That's the skill we're building today: automatic, natural, confident thought. You don't need complicated grammar. You need daily repetition, real phrases, and presence. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is flow. Every time you stop translating, you get one step closer to fluency. So let's start from the beginning, by thinking in English about the simplest thing possible: yourself, right now, in this exact moment. Look around and name what's happening inside you. Use your voice or your thoughts, but always in English. For example, I'm sitting. I'm breathing. I'm watching this video. I'm learning something new. These are small, ordinary sentences, but they train your brain to process English directly. When you do this daily, your brain starts connecting ideas to English words instead of your native ones. Try now. Describe what you feel. I'm curious. I'm focused. I'm a little tired. That's thinking in English. No dictionary, no translation, no hesitation. It's your mind reacting in English naturally. The magic happens when you repeat this every day, because the more you describe your world in English, the more fluent your thoughts become. You start noticing things faster, forming ideas faster, speaking faster. Now focus on your surroundings. What's in front of you? Say it in English. The light is bright. My phone is next to me. The window is open. I hear some noise outside. It doesn't matter if it sounds simple. This is exactly how fluency grows. The goal is not big vocabulary. The goal is connection. Each simple sentence creates a new neural path linking your thought to English directly. Over time, your inner voice switches languages naturally. You'll stop saying, "Como this?" and start thinking, "Oh, I know this." The transformation is quiet but powerful. Every small sentence you think in English is like one push-up for your fluency muscles. Now, let's make it more personal. Describe yourself right now. I'm wearing a black shirt. I'm sitting on a chair. I'm watching the screen. I'm listening carefully. These sentences are your starting point. Keep them short, clear, and true. If you can think about your body, your position, your focus, you're already using the language as a tool, not a puzzle. Don't worry about mistakes. The goal is to keep the flow alive. Every time you hesitate, simplify. Instead of "I don't know how to say this," switch to "I'm trying to say something new." This small shift turns fear into practice. Thinking in English means choosing clarity over perfection. Finally, connect emotions to your words. When you say I'm tired, feel it. When you say I'm calm, breathe it. Language without emotion fades quickly, but language tied to feeling becomes automatic. The brain memorizes emotion faster than grammar. So, repeat this short exercise daily. Close your eyes, think of your current state, and describe it with 3 English sentences. For example, I feel peaceful. I'm learning. I'm growing. Do it every morning for 1 minute. It may sound small, but it's incredibly effective. Thinking in English begins in silence. In the quiet moments when your mind chooses English before translation. That's the real secret to fluency. Now, let's move to the next step, describing what you see. This is where your English thoughts begin to expand beyond yourself. Look around your room or wherever you are right now. Observe and describe the objects, colors, and sounds around you. Say them aloud or think them silently in English. For example, the window is open. The air feels cool. The light is soft. My bag is on the floor. The chair is brown. This exercise trains your brain to connect English with real images, not translations. Each sentence becomes a small snapshot of your reality in English. The more details you describe, the stronger your mental connection to the language becomes. Try to focus on one area at a time, maybe your desk. Describe it fully. There's a notebook on the table. The pen is next to it. My coffee smells strong. The screen is bright. Notice how natural it feels when you stop translating. You're not thinking about words in your native language anymore. You're observing, naming, and reacting directly in English. This is how babies learn, by linking words to what they see, not by memorizing grammar. Every time you do this, your mind builds direct pathways between thoughts and English words. Next, practice describing movement. Even small actions can be powerful triggers for fluency. For example, the curtain is moving. The clock is ticking. A car is passing outside. Someone is talking. You can even imagine little stories. A bird is flying near the window. The sun is rising slowly. Visualization helps your brain stay engaged and creative while learning. You start to form scenes in English, not just sentences. This makes the language alive in your head, part of how you perceive the world. Now add emotion to your surroundings. Don't just describe what you see, describe how it feels. The room feels quiet. The light feels warm. The morning feels peaceful. This emotional link makes the exercise more memorable. When feelings enter your sentences, your brain treats the words as part of your lived experience, not as abstract knowledge. That's how long-term memory is built. You can also mix sensations. The coffee tastes bitter. The chair feels cold. The air smells fresh. Each sensory phrase locks English deeper into your perception. Finally, challenge yourself for the next 2 minutes. Pick any object near you and describe it from different angles. For example, this book is thick. The cover is blue. It looks old. It smells like paper. I bought it last year. I love this story. Don't worry about mistakes. The goal is movement. Keep your mind active, describing constantly. If you do this every day, you'll notice something amazing. Your thoughts start forming in English even when you're silent. That's real progress, not memorized, but lived. Thinking in English is not just a skill. It's a habit built one observation at a time. Now it's time to bring English into your daily actions. This is where you stop studying and start living the language. Thinking in English while doing something simple, cooking, cleaning, walking, getting ready, is one of the most effective ways to reprogram your mind. The idea is to describe what you're doing in real time. For example, I'm opening the fridge. I'm cutting the bread. I'm pouring water into the glass. I'm eating slowly. These sentences might seem basic, but they are the foundation of natural fluency. You're no longer translating, you're narrating your own life. That's what native speakers do. They think directly through the language, not about it. The more you connect English to your routine, the faster you'll reach that same automatic flow. Start right now. Imagine you're in the kitchen preparing breakfast. Say everything you do in English. I'm taking the milk from the fridge. I'm opening the box. I'm pouring the milk into a bowl. I'm adding cereal. I'm eating. It tastes good. You can continue with, I'm washing the spoon. I'm cleaning the table. I'm drinking coffee. It's okay to repeat the same structure many times. Repetition is the secret. The goal is not creativity, it's consistency. Your brain learns rhythm through patterns. When you keep saying I'm plus verb, your brain memorizes the structure naturally. Soon, you'll form new sentences without effort. Now, let's move to another daily activity, getting ready to go out. Describe each movement. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm washing my face. I'm putting on my shoes. I'm locking the door. I'm walking outside. The air feels cold. This exercise works like a mental workout. Each small sentence is a rep. Over time, your internal dialogue becomes smoother and your mind starts to choose English first. Even if you're alone, speak out loud. Hearing your own voice helps strengthen pronunciation and confidence. If you feel shy, whisper. It still trains your brain the same way. Let's make it more dynamic. Combine what you do with what you see and feel. For example, I'm opening the window. The sky looks bright. The wind feels strong. I'm breathing deeply. It feels good. This connection between action, perception, and emotion creates a full English thought. Not just grammar, but awareness. The secret is to stay present in your activity and describe it as it happens. You'll start noticing that some thoughts pop out naturally in English. When that happens, don't correct yourself. Don't think, wow, that was English. Just keep going. That's how fluency begins, quietly and naturally. Now let's go outside. Imagine you're walking down the street. Practice like this. I'm crossing the street. I'm walking fast. I'm looking at the trees. The cars are passing by. I hear music from a shop. I'm checking my phone. If you want to make it more challenging, add variations. I've walked here before. I'll go straight. I might stop for coffee. I want to buy something later. You're now mixing tenses and creating real thoughts. This is no longer memorization. It's thinking, planning, and reacting in English. If you work or study, bring this technique into your tasks. While typing or reading, describe your actions. I'm opening my laptop. I'm checking my emails. I'm reading a message. I'm writing a reply. If you're studying, say, I'm taking notes. I'm learning new words. I'm focusing on this topic. This constant narration rewires your brain to operate in English automatically. The repetition may feel mechanical at first, but after a few days, it becomes part of your mental voice. You won't even realize when you stop translating. You'll just notice that your thoughts sound like English sentences. Finally, create a daily challenge. Choose one routine you do every day. For example, making coffee, cleaning your room, or preparing to sleep, and promise yourself to only think in English during that task. Describe every movement. I'm turning off the light. I'm folding my clothes. I'm brushing my hair. I'm getting into bed. I'm closing my eyes. Keep doing this until it feels natural. When you start dreaming in English or catching yourself describing things automatically, that's a sign your brain has made the switch. Thinking in English is not about studying harder. It's about living through the language. Make every small action a practice, and you'll transform your daily routine into a fluency machine. Now that you can describe your actions easily, it's time to explore a deeper level of thinking in English, expressing your emotions, reactions, and inner states. This is where fluency truly starts to feel natural, because your thoughts are no longer limited to what you do, but extend to how you feel. Every day, you experience hundreds of emotions and small reactions. When you start labeling them in English, you're teaching your brain to connect the language to your emotional world. Let's begin with something simple. Right now, say what you feel. I feel calm. I feel tired. I feel focused. I'm a bit distracted. It's not about perfect accuracy, it's about awareness. When you attach English to emotions, the words stay longer in your mind. That's because emotion gives language meaning, and meaning creates memory. Let's practice describing emotional reactions. Imagine small everyday moments and respond to them in English. For example, if your phone battery dies, that's annoying. If someone sends you a kind message, that makes me happy. If it starts raining, oh no, I didn't bring my umbrella. These reactions are short, but incredibly powerful because they're spontaneous. Fluency is not about long sentences, it's about instant responses. Every small thought like that's good, that's funny, or I like this brings you closer to real-life English. The goal is to have your first instinctive reaction be in English, not in your native language. That moment when you stop translating your feelings is the real sign of progress. Now take it a step further. Reflect on your mood with more complete sentences. I feel excited about tomorrow. I'm a little nervous about my plans. I'm proud of what I did today. You can even add reasons. I'm tired because I worked all day. I'm happy because I finished my project. The more you connect thoughts and explanations, the more fluent your inner voice becomes. This habit trains your brain to handle longer, more natural sentences without effort. Don't overthink grammar. Emotions flow, not follow rules. The key is to speak your truth as it comes to your mind. If you can express a feeling in English immediately after noticing it, you're thinking like a native. Let's make this exercise practical. For 1 minute, Pause and describe your emotional state right now. What are you feeling physically and mentally? For example, I feel warm. My eyes are tired. I feel relaxed. I'm happy to be learning. Next, think about your plans. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm not sure about my schedule tomorrow. I'm a little anxious but motivated. This creates a link between time, emotion, and language. You're not only naming feelings, you're connecting them to experiences and future events. That's how your mind starts thinking dynamically in English, combining logic and emotion naturally. Another useful exercise is to imagine a friend asking, "How are you feeling today?" Answer honestly in English every morning. "I'm feeling okay. I didn't sleep well. I'm excited for today. I feel a bit lazy, but I'll push myself." You can even talk to yourself in the mirror. It might feel strange at first, but it's an incredible way to train natural speech patterns. The more emotional truth you include, the easier it becomes to find words instantly. This habit also prepares you for real conversations because emotions are universal. They're the bridge that connects you with others, no matter your accent or grammar level. Now, mix emotions with reflections. Instead of just saying "I feel tired," go deeper. "I feel tired, but I'm grateful for what I did today." Or "I feel sad, but I know it will pass." Adding "but" helps your brain build more complex sentences naturally. You can also use connectors like because, so, or when. For example, "I'm happy because I finished my task." "I get nervous when I speak to new people." "I feel calm when I listen to music." These connectors expand your mental vocabulary and make your inner English dialogue sound more authentic. Each time you create these emotional links, you're building fluency that feels alive and personal. Finally, make emotion practice a daily routine. At the end of each day, take 1 minute to summarize how you felt, all in English. Say, "Today I felt busy but productive. I was a bit stressed in the morning, but the afternoon was peaceful. I learned something new and I'm proud of myself." This short reflection turns language into habit and emotion into memory. If you write it down or record your voice, even better, you'll hear your own emotional evolution through English. Remember, fluency is not only about words, it's about expressing life as it happens. When you think, react, and feel in English, the language stops being something you study. It becomes part of who you are. Now we've reached the final level of this practice, creating inner dialogues. This is where your English starts to feel alive inside your mind. You're no longer naming objects or describing feelings. Now you're talking to yourself in English. These small conversations are how native speakers think naturally. They ask, answer, argue, plan, and reflect, all within their own thoughts. Let's start with something simple. Imagine you just woke up. You can think, "What time is it? I should get up." "No, 5 more minutes." "Come on, let's go." That's already a mini dialogue. Each exchange trains your brain to react instantly in English. Don't focus on perfection, focus on response speed. The goal is to make English the first language your thoughts use when making decisions or reacting to life. Let's create another example during your day. You're about to leave the house. "Did I take my keys?" "Yes, they're in my bag." "What about my phone?" "Oh no, I left it on the table." I should hurry. I'm going to be late. See how natural that sounds? It's not memorized, it's life. Every time you simulate these short interactions in your head, you build fluency. The brain works like a muscle. The more you train it to think and reply in English, the faster it becomes at doing it automatically. You can also make it fun. Pretend you're giving yourself advice. Don't forget your wallet. Focus. You can do this. These inner phrases sound small, but they build an entire mindset in English. Now, let's go deeper into reflective inner speech. When something happens, comment on it mentally. That was funny. That surprised me. I didn't expect that. I should be more careful next time. You can even disagree with yourself. Why did I say that? It wasn't necessary. Next time, I'll stay calm. This is real emotional fluency, when your self-talk happens naturally in English. These moments make your English authentic and personal because they come from your true thoughts, not a textbook. The key is consistency. Every time you catch yourself thinking in your native language, try switching immediately. Translate your own thought into English once, then repeat it a few times until it feels natural. Eventually, you'll stop needing to translate at all. Let's practice planning your day in English. Inside your mind, start with small questions. What do I need to do today? I have to send an email. I'll clean my room later. I need to buy groceries. Then give yourself responses. Okay, I'll do that after lunch. I should write it down. Let's make a list. You've just built a functional internal conversation. Try this every morning. Planning, reflecting, or motivating yourself in English turns your mind into a living classroom. The best part? You can do this anywhere, while showering, walking, or waiting in line. Every minute of self-talk becomes an opportunity for fluency. Now add emotion to your inner dialogue. Let your thoughts reflect your personality. I'm proud of what I did today. That was difficult, but I managed it. I need to stay focused. I shouldn't give up now. These aren't just sentences, they're affirmations that shape your mindset in another language. When emotion meets repetition, learning becomes transformation. You'll notice that certain phrases repeat in your mind automatically. That's great. It means English is becoming your second inner voice. You might even find yourself switching languages without noticing. That's the clearest proof that your brain is adapting. Finally, challenge yourself with conversation loops. Pick a topic and talk to yourself in English for 1 minute without stopping. For example, what did I do yesterday? I woke up early, made coffee, and studied English. I felt good about my progress. Later I went for a walk. The weather was nice. I listened to music. Or try what will I do tomorrow? I'll meet my friend. We'll go to the park. I want to practice speaking more. I'll bring my notebook. These monologues simulate real speech and prepare you for conversations with others. You're building not only fluency, but confidence and self-expression. To close this practice, remember that thinking in English isn't about speed or vocabulary, it's about identity. You're teaching your brain to operate through another system, another rhythm of thought. Every observation, feeling, and dialogue you create is proof that English is no longer foreign to you. So keep this habit alive. When you wake up, when you walk, when you work, when you rest, speak to yourself in English. Ask questions. Answer them. Reflect. Encourage yourself. Over time, your mind will stop translating and start living in English. That's when true fluency begins, quietly, naturally, inside your thoughts.